intimacy and aging, advice from a sex therapist. Sex as you age, it's a serious topic. And yes, a sensitive one too. For many couples, it becomes a difficult conversation. But for me, it's one worth having. I've seen so many of my friends, clients, and even myself struggle with this quietly. So I wanted to open up, speak honestly, and hopefully make it a little easier for someone else out there. This isn't just about sex. It's about intimacy. About connection. About touch, closeness, vulnerability. We're living longer, many of us well into our 80s and 90s, and those years still deserve to be rich with affection and love. But no one prepared us for what sex and intimacy might look like in this stage of life. There's no handbook. No map. So I spoke to Dr. Lucas, a seasoned therapist who specializes in sex therapy for older adults. She shared some eye-opening insights, things I wish more people were saying out loud. First, let's talk numbers. According to recent studies, around 50% of people aged 65 to 70 are still sexually active. That number dips to about 40% for people 71 to 75, and around 25% for folks 76 to 80. But here is the kicker, 20% of people in their 90s are still having sex. That's right. Your sex life doesn't have to end just because you're collecting Social Security. But here is what's equally important, many people aren't having sex, and not because they don't want to. Sometimes it's about performance fears, physical changes, or just a lack of communication. Dr. Lucas said something powerful, intimacy doesn't have to be goal-oriented. It's not always about climax or performance. Sometimes, it's about closeness, about exploring each other in new ways. That was a shift in perspective for me. I always thought intimacy had to look a certain way. But that's just not true. There are many kinds of intimacy, and all of them are valid. Many couples stop being intimate, not because they don't love each other, but because they've stopped talking about it. Dr. Lucas explained that it's often the man who pulls away first, not out of lack of desire, but because of anxiety around performance. Erectile dysfunction, reduced stamina, or even health issues can make men feel like they're letting their partner down. So instead of talking about it, they silently retreat. Women, on the other hand, might feel undesired, confused, or rejected. But neither one is saying it out loud. Over time, the silence becomes louder than any argument. The distance grows, and before you know it, 5 years have passed without a single moment of intimacy. So where do we begin? With communication. Start small. Dr. Lucas suggests using I statements to open the door. Things like, I miss you. I feel like we're not as close as we used to be. I've been thinking about how we connect, and I'd love to talk about it. These are softer, safer ways to begin a hard conversation. They focus on how you feel, not on blaming or accusing. Next, let's redefine what intimacy means. It's not always about intercourse. It can be about touch, affection, cuddling, massage, shared baths, holding hands, whispering secrets like you did when you first met. As we age, our erogenous zones change. Our desires shift. What felt good at 30 might not feel the same at 70, but something else might surprise you. Explore. Be curious. Laugh about it. Take the pressure off. And yes, schedule it. That's not unromantic. That's respectful. You plan things that matter, why not this? Schedule a date night, a slow morning in bed, or even just 20 minutes of closeness with no agenda. Be intentional. Make space for intimacy the same way you would for connection with a friend. At the end of our conversation, Dr. Lucas gave me a wonderful activity. She called it the 3 wishes. Here's how it works. Sit with your partner and ask each other, what's one thing you miss about our intimacy? What's one thing you'd like to try together? What's one thing I do that makes you feel loved? Take turns. Don't interrupt. Just listen. You'll be amazed how much can come up from those simple questions. After trying this myself, I realized how long I'd gone without really talking to my partner about these things. Not just about sex, but about touch, desire, closeness, and play. It wasn't easy at first. But it was worth it. Our bodies might be changing. But our need for love and connection? That doesn't fade. If anything, it grows deeper. And the courage to have these conversations, that might be the most intimate thing of all. If this video resonated with you, please consider sharing it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you'd like more honest conversations like this, subscribe to the channel. And leave a comment below, even if it's just your favorite emoji. We're not done growing, connecting, or loving, not by a long shot. Thank you for watching.